7.4 liter. Let's take the top off. So this carburetor has never been opened in 40 years. Show you what it looks like. Choke's closed already. And if you look down in there, there you go, look at that. And if you look down there under that vacuum hose, there's a little port, and that's actually the right there, that little silver cap there, right there. That's how you know that this has never been opened. That's where your adjustment screws would be. But just look at it. Clearly, nobody's been in there a long time. So we're gonna go ahead, throw this back on. I haven't started in a couple days. It's been raining, so I'm gonna show you. Look at the fuel here. Nothing in that filter. I'm gonna leave that off till I can get just to start it here. Dual batteries. The only thing I've done is I upgraded the all the internal bits on the distributor, or not upgraded, just replaced a bunch of stuff. It actually the rotor came apart inside there, so I went ahead and replaced all the electronics in there. But original distributor. There's my gas gauge, or my fuel pressure gauge. We'll check that in a second. Well, I'm going to show you the cold start here. Totally, I don't know, it's 50 degrees out right now. It's going to be real loud, so you won't be able to hear me after I start it. Turn the batteries on. Key on. Push the gas pedal to the floor once. Fires right up. We're back under the hood here, let it warm up. So this is a 7.4 or 454 big block. That's all original. An 83 1 tons, and if they had a certain GVW half tons and up, they didn't have cats on them. So this actually factory doesn't have cats, but it does have all the other smog equipment on it. So we got the air injection and all the little solenoid doodads on there. It is a Dana 60 front, see there. Turbo 400 is the transmission. It's a 3-speed. Here's the my little Frankenstein shifter here. If you're curious where to pick one of these up, I got this off of, I think, Etsy. Guy makes them, and they're like 20-30 bucks. And you just gotta drill your own hole. We'll keep going on the drivetrain. It's a 205 Turbo 400, 454 Dana 60 front, and we have a 14 bolt rear. And this is the 11,000 pound GVW. And the way they did these back in the day was that's the capacity in the bed, so I could put 5,000 pounds in this bed. Here's the bed I made. It's AR 500 316 wall 2x3 for the whole frame, and then the headache rack hoop is 8th wall AR 500 4x4. I just like the look of it, but that's plenty tough for even if you rolled over in this thing. 1/4 inch 4x4 for the bumper. And what I did is I notched the frame, and it's welded straight into the frame there. I hope you can see. There you go. Welded straight into the frame. And then I tied the hitch and the bed itself into the bumper and all that. So that's how I did that. This is my little hoist I built. This is a Harbor Freight one. Normally what this would do is you'd mount it in the bed of your truck, but I welded it to a hitch so I could put it in the hitch there. The bed sides, I made these little pockets, and you just take off this 3/4 inch bolt, and that's how you get your tailgate off. And if you want to pull the sides off, you come up here, pull your 3/4 inch bolt. And in the back here, I got these little stakes. I got to do something about making a tab here, because what could happen is this back could still come up, but it's a pretty tight fit. I can't even lift it up when it's all cinched down. So here's the next little project I got to do here is cut these bars, and I'm going to weld this washer here. And then that'll go in there, and then I'm gonna repurpose these bars here for the center. And this was actually an old bike rack that I cut up and used. So, and the reason I ended up making this come out, you could just unbolt it here, there, and back down in here. If you watch my short videos, it all unbolts. And there's a bracket in the center there with 3 bolts that go down through the frame, and that way you can take it off and do a window if you have to. But I may change this out in the future just for something a little more tighter diamonds, but it was what I had on hand. You can throw your axes, hammers, extra little stuff back here. Here's the here's an old wrench I found for the sides. I figured it'd be good to throw in the truck. An old SK 3/4. So just kind of vintage looking. It matches the truck. She's got 19,000 miles on her. And this was an old pump truck for Cal Fire. That's where the color comes from. And it had another engine with a pump in the back. And the nice thing about that is the truck itself wasn't on a PTO, so it wasn't running. So it's very low miles and low hours on the engine. I just rebuilt this, or resealed the Hydro Boost. And other than I did the Holley fuel pump, lift pump. That's why these start so good. If you see a lot of the guys struggle to start these, mine starts right up even after sitting for weeks. And I added this fuel gauge. And other than that, did the kind of a little bit of a tune-up on it. I do have some new plug wires I want to put in. I gotta see if those will work. And she does need some new rubber. And I kind of thought, I really like the, I was thinking about painting these a fresh white, but I really like the patina. I feel like it fits this truck. And this is original paint from 83, so it's 40 years old. It's not too bad. Dual tanks, two 20-gallon tanks. These mud flaps I got off Amazon for about 20-30 bucks. Harbor Freight trailer lights. And the reason you want to go with something like that is just because availability. And those are Amazon special reverse lights, really bright. I run them on the Jeep, front and rear. I have to figure out a bracket here for the fuel necks. I haven't figured that out yet, but I need to weld another extension on, and then I'll just attach a bracket to the bolts here, which is kind of a nice feature of having all these bolts, because you could just attach stuff wherever. You can see how I attach the that frame rail. I have two frame rail, 2x3 going down, and you can see I made these brackets, 1/4-inch brackets, and they're bolted on, and then the whole back half is actually welded to the hitch and everything. So the bed's not really removable, but I wanted it semi-removable in case, you know, I can always cut that hitch off and redo it if I had to. So other than that, that's about all I've done on the back half. It's got the lights up here. It's got a lot of stuff pre-wired. This is for your light bar. And these two are already hooked up, but the wires are on the, they come out of the back over there. They're just kind of sticking out there. But tons of lights going to go on this bad boy in the future. You can see had some all kinds of little weird stuff in here. Got to fix the glove box. And this was how you started the rear engine. And I took the start button, and I'm going to use that for the Buick. And I just didn't like the switch, so I didn't use that. But I'm going to take this stuff out, I think. Here's another gauge. There's your, I believe that had to have been your water pressure, I'd assume. But right in the dash. I don't know if my light's on there. But yeah, there you go. Sierra 3500. I didn't show the seat here. Seat's in good shape. I run the Mexican blanket for Bear, but it's basically brand new recovered seat. And then I've got these cheap boat speakers. I just did this kind of temporary so I'd have some kind of sound. I just made the sub box here in the last shorts, but none of that's hooked up. The regular speakers are Bluetooth and all that. And I don't know what happened to the door skins here, but man, I'm thinking maybe they tried to paint them or something, and they're just scratched to shit. But that green, doesn't that look awesome on the inside there? I'd love to do a respray one day on the outside here. Diamond plate, that's something they did on the roof as well. It's a diamond plate for the mount. Got spotlights both sides, and that's about it. Any questions? Leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching.